going?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Okay.
Since Boise's given so much to me, I mean, schooling, housing, job, friends, I think it's important to give back in some way, so this is like a really great way that we can get involved in the community.
I concur.
Yeah. I don't know. I really enjoy the quality of life that the Boise community has to offer, and like the local atmosphere and everything. And I'm all about helping out local peoples versus, a big corporate entity. So I think that, yeah, I don't know, we've done a really good job with that. I don't think we've really strayed at all, or at least I don't think we have from our overall goals. So.
I'm a pretty communal kind of person. That's just my ideology on things, and this whole project is based off improving the community and bringing togetherness within our city, so there we are.
I agree with much of what has been said. I moved here from New York because I thought it was a really cool place, and I enjoyed the city, and I feel like I'm having a chance to give back and be a part of it growing and developing.
And for me, I think that the self-sustainability of our project is what's most important to me. I came from Oregon, not the hippie part, but that ideology is still stuck with me about being more responsible to the planet and our community. So that's what's most important to me on that aspect.
Sometimes we come in here and we're, work on a project for a while, and then we just kind of sit around BS, blow off steam.
Yeah, watch some Pursuit of Happiness. Sync that up from the overhead to the computer.
Impressive.
Always got some old reggae or something. Well, for me, I really do like the idea of science, and we're kind of making a science museum. I also think for a while, actually last semester, I didn't have a car here, so it's really important to have, I think, pedestrian walkways and things people can do without having a car. And I think this will help downtown Boise become even more of an area than it already is.
For me, my family, we've always, I used to go to the Discovery Center as a kid. I remember doing summer programs with it. So I think that the building of this museum would really kind of reflect everything that I've learned as a child, like all my great memories from doing all those summer programs. I think that we could really incorporate that into this, something that parents and children can do together that's downtown, and that doesn't have to be like a movie or shopping or something. It can be fun activities.
I'm really passionate about this because I'm a science major, so it would be cool it's just cool to think that if this was ever built, a museum, that something that I'm completely invested in for the rest of my life will actually be there to play with.
As an engineering major, I also enjoy the idea of science and technology in the museum. I think it's going to be really interesting for a variety of people. The planetarium, and it's going to be an opportunity for a lot of students from different majors to do kind of internships and work in the museum and help out and learn that way.
Well, I'm not into that much of science and technology stuff. I feel like the interactive piece is going to be much more fun and bring a whole new idea of what I think a museum, change my perception of that.
We played pool.
Yeah.
And we found out we were pretty bad at it.
I think it took a good hour to play 2 games.
I think that things that I cared about as far as like this project was definitely like the outdoors and keeping people connected, reducing the amount of cars that we use, and like one of the things we're planning is having a bike depot, which would be totally sweet if we could figure out how to do that.
I think that
Quit leaning back.
sorry, the way that it connects to our passions and values is that we got a little sidetracked on our initial goals, but then we hooked back up to them. And I think that something that we are straying though from is that we seem to have it seems that we maybe aren't doing quite the creative thing that would be needed to win the competition.
I have to agree with you. I love the outdoors. Always been about that. So with my part, we're trying to create, urban outdoor feel. So it's pretty awesome to kind of put my passion of the outdoors and everything into this idea, and you know, get out there and do it. And I've always been like an entrepreneurial kind of guy, so it's pretty sweet to kind of innovate something that you're passionate about.
For me, one of the things that's very important to me about this whole thing is increasing the sense of community in Boise. Basically providing a place that people want to go and will go, and, you know, basically, because Boise already has that small town sort of feel to it, and it's just like to be able to build on that and build the community around that whole thing.
Yeah, you know, what I'm passionate about and what I value are very similar things. And I think that the project that specifically Jocelyn and I are working on, you know, encompasses exactly what I'm passionate about, the arts. We're bringing in, we're going to try to bring in world-class artists to this venue, and we're trying to incorporate local artists. We're creating creative job markets, and you know, I think it's exactly what, you know, what I came into this wanting to do. So.
See, the project connects with my passions because I really like investing in the teens. Just I think that's a really good idea since they have a limited number of space in the community outreach, and also like having a more of a kind of a hub for young professionals to hang out and have an environment where they could live. Let's see, if it has strayed, it's strayed a little bit because we got a little down today. This morning we were talking to Jim because he made me realize $72 million is a lot of money to poor little pathetic me.
71 million.
Sorry, 71.
Oh, before
okay.
entitlements.
Oh, before entitlements. But it just made it like...
Connects my passions, kind of, as Nicole said. I'm really excited to create a community where people live and work, and there's a lot of mixing between the young professionals and the college students. Mark Rivers stressed that was important, and I think he's definitely right on that.
I think it connects well with my passion just because it does deal with teens, like Nicole has already mentioned, as well as like being able to create a facility that incorporates a lot of things that I'm passionate about, like with the arts, and bringing in the community with the arts is really great. I think more people need to be involved with things like that.
I see this place connecting with my values because it's somewhere that I'd want to live, and I think it's a place that I see in the future for people like-minded like myself would want to be, was built on the notion of sustainability and maybe changing the way things are laid out from how they currently do business. And I would say the only way we're going to stray is if we get too lost in reality. I think that's becoming our enemy here to creativity.
Reality against creativity.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's connecting with my passions in the community aspect. I really like the idea of all the networking and connections people will be able to make in a community like we want to put together. And I think we were straying before yesterday, and now I think we've kind of brought something together that's pretty cool.
I would say we all have a common agreement on the fact that we want our project to be community-based or focused on the community. We all seem to want to get the community involved. Describe a little further. Someone.
It really kind of brings our idea of being a student in the community together also, and gets us involved in something that we might not normally be involved in.
How would you guys say that it's straight? What do you want to go back to again after?
I don't know, I think, you know, with what our idea is, having so many different facets of one facility, we've probably kind of fallen in line with certain aspects more than others at different times, I feel like. And, you know, last night we kind of brought it together a little bit. But I think we just have so many great ideas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's hard to...
Yeah, for sure, if it's strayed at all, it's been because of the time constraints and the crazy structure of the 1 week type of thing. But I'm really excited about the direction we're going in, nonetheless, even though there's kind of a lot of different aspects of it. Just because I, personally care a lot about education and kind of civic engagement and I think that it's something that Boise really needs, and that if they did create a building kind of like what we're planning, hopefully they do a better job, but we're doing pretty good, I think, considering. But I think that would be something really good for downtown.
Yeah, I think that we all really emphasize activity community. You know, maybe almost a spirit of education more than like the physical classroom.